everybody. How you doing today? I hope you guys are doing well. I got some fantastic news today, but I'm not going to share it yet. But I got some really good news today. So I hope you guys are doing good. And if you didn't get any good news yet, just wait. It's coming because there's always good some good news out there for us, right? So today is the launch of our book club for Elisha Space. I was just trying to find some ways to build community with us as a group, and so um, I'm I have this on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube that I'm going to more than likely move it more over to YouTube, just so that you guys are aware and know. Uh, so let's go ahead and get started. And if you haven't read the book, it's really okay. It's all good. It's all good if you haven't read the book. Um, because you'll glean some things from the book, and there is still time to get the book. And hopefully, if you do your own Enneagram, like it's like it'll, it, it's just one of those things. I like doing that kind of stuff. So it's pretty much about understanding personality types. So, what we're going to talk about is we're going to discuss do the introduction. We'll go through chapters 1 through 3, and then we'll talk about some of the different types that come out of the book. So basically, when we're talking about the Enneagram, there are 9 personality types, right? And so it identifies those types and the unique characteristics and traits that define them. So we have our core motivations and fears, and then the impact, how it impacts our behavior. So I thought that was pretty cool. The purpose of this is for self-discovery, getting a better awareness of who we are. I love doing these. Well, I don't know. Love is pushing it. Strongly like doing these kinds of things because it kind of like gives me an insight into a little bit about how I move, and it helps me to understand me a little bit better. So it helps to, build self-awareness, personal growth, and also to, you know, if you know someone in your circle has a different Enneagram type than you, then maybe you can kind of like know how to conversate and move with them so that they can actually hear what you're saying, or you can actually do activities that you both like. So that's the other reason for it. So, from the author's perspective about this, it has ancient roots as far as historical roots, and it's gone through the ages. The in modern interpretation kind of gives a contemporary perspective to it, and then it gives practical applications on how we can use it in everyday life. So let's take a view and let's look at chapter 1, which is discovering your number. So there are 9 types. There's 9 types. And each of them has their own unique personality traits. And within these traits, it helps you to understand the motivations behind each type and helps you to navigate the personalities that are around it. With that, you are exploring, the personal motivations. So the core motivations, helps you to understand behavior problems. The self-reflection is based on motivations that lead to greater self-awareness, and then promoting the awareness influences how we respond to challenges and how we respond to opportunities that we're having to deal with in life. So, regarding and identifying what your type is, right? Oh, I went through that with you. I'm going to go on to the next slide. Sorry. So now we're going to talk about finding yourself and doing kind of more of a deep dive around that. When you're understanding what type you are, it kind of exhibits traits that affects individual behavior interactions with others, as well as your own personal development, which helps to build those relationships that are there, as I had mentioned before. It also helps to recognize what opportunities you have regarding building your strengths and your weaknesses. So it allows for your own personal growth and effective utilization of skills. It identifies what weaknesses there may be regarding personal development and how you can take actionable steps towards improvement. And then also how you can leverage your strengths around that, as well as addressing what those weaknesses can look like. So, knowing your Enneagram type helps to identify those strengths and those weaknesses, and it guides you towards a meaningful personal development. So, and it also points out what your, where you need to grow. That was basically what chapter 2 was about. And then when I go to chapter 3, steps to begin your journey around that. This chapter pretty much talks about the practical applications of it, enhancing relationships, career path, and also personal growth were highlighted on how you can do that. So, one of the ways that you can do this is to engage with the Enneagram. So, I suggest taking it for yourself. You can take it online. And when you do the Enneagram, it gives you time for reflection to kind of gain a deeper insights about yourself. And then also helps you to like have conversations with others and things of that nature. So as I said before, I'm pretty much going to be moving this to YouTube to help build the community more because I kind of feel like I'm too spread out with different platforms. So we can have more conversations around that as well. And I'll put in the YouTube channel so that you guys can have that too if you want to just do it on YouTube with me. If you're able to, or you can just do replay. That's cool too. From there, you can create a personal development plan. So around the Enneagram, you can set achievable goals around it as well as identify areas for improvement, right? Now I'm going to kind of go through it. I know I'm flying through this, but I'm kind of doing it on purpose. The different Enneagram types. I highly suggest taking the Enneagram test online. It is the starting point for self-discovery. And it also points out to, how you can look at the results, see if it's real for you or if it's not, see if it complements or if it's kind of not there for you. And I'm going to right now, give me a moment, put the link for the test. I'm going to put a link for the test. There's different ones, but I'm going to put this one in here that you can kind of access for yourself. This is one that I found that was no charge, right? so that you can take it. And then, feel free to kind of share what those results look like for you. Like, what does that look like as far as, and kind of compare and see, like, do you see this in me or do you not see this in me? Either way. And like I said, like when you take anything, you always want to kind of like see if it reflects you. That's just data. That's all it is. It's just data. Let's see. So in conclusion, we kind of talked about understanding the personality types that were touched on in the book, how it can give you insights, and how, this by taking the test, you can kind of see what the opportunities and where your strengths are and how to go from there. So I'm looking forward to next week doing I believe we're doing the next, I think it's 4, 5, and 6. We'll do those chapters. It's pretty easy. I put it in my Audible and played it and just listen to it while I'm doing what I do. And that worked for me when I did it. So I am looking forward to seeing that. I will be on YouTube pretty much so that we can kind of build community there. And I will talk with you guys later. I hope you have a fantastic and wonderful day. That's pretty much all I have for you. Bye bye.